Hey everybody, Phil Garner with Garner's Garden. So today I'm going to show you guys how to make different types of clay masks. You have bentonite clay, we have kaolin clay, and then we also have a charcoal mineral face mask. So we're going to walk you through each one and show you how to use them. Okay, so for our bentonite clay, as you can see, our bentonite clay is just pure bentonite. So if you're not familiar with bentonite, I'm going to leave a description on how it benefits your skin and how it can be applied to your skin. You can use it on your hair, you can use it on your face, you can use it on your entire body. You can also use it in the bath. So when you run your bath water, you can put probably about this much, which is a couple scoops of bentonite clay into your bath water, and that will also help you detoxify your entire body. What I like to do is create an entire mask on my entire body. I like to put it on my face, I like to put it in my hair, I like to put it on my body. And then I like to sprinkle some of the bentonite clay into the bath water, and as the water fills up, it starts to dissolve a little bit. And then I also like to put a little bit of our body oil in it. I do a little bit of squirts into the bathtub with our body oil. And then with my entire body fully masked, I like to get into the bathtub and just relax and soak. But that's our bentonite clay. It has a negative ionic charge. Also, it cleans out your pores very deeply. Then you have our mineralizing kaolin clay. This is nothing but minerals. All of these are minerals, but this is like mineral. So this is used for like if you have oily skin. This helps you pull out all of that oil from your skin. And it's very soft, which I'll show you in a second. It's almost like chalk. It's like a chalky feel. So yeah, it's like a chalky feel. So it's gonna go on like lotion almost. It's gonna be very smooth when you put it on your face. And it feels a little bit different from the bentonite clay. Bentonite clay is gonna be more muddy, more lumpy. And the mineralizing clay, and bentonite clay is gonna be a lot more powerful in the pulling. The mineralizing clay is basically like a soaking pad almost, if you wanna compare the two. And then we move on to our charcoal mineralizing face mask. I like this one the best because it gives you best of the both worlds. I wouldn't necessarily put this in my hair because of the charcoal. I would probably stick to one of these two if I were to put it in my hair. But for a face mask and a body mask, this one is awesome. So this one is going to be combined with bentonite clay and kaolin clay and activated charcoal to make one all-in-one clay mask. This one is going to go on a little bit smoother than the bentonite clay, but not as smooth as the mineralizing face clay. But the charcoal mineral face mask, the added benefits of charcoal, oh my gosh. I'm just gonna let you read what the benefits are, but it's amazing what this mask can do. Each one of these masks, they all have their own specific application. Not really specific, but it's almost like what you like the best. So like I said, if I was just using it as a shampoo, I would just use the bentonite clay. If I wanted like a really good face mask, then I would use the mineral clay. If I just wanted to do a touch-up during the week, I would use the mineralizing kaolin clay because it's soft and it's gentle. So each one of these is very drying. So after you finish applying it to your face, you definitely want to use a toner and also a facial moisturizer, one of our face oils or our face serum that we have. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some water to it and I'm going to show you how to make a face mask. We have our 3 different types of clays, bentonite, kaolin, and activated charcoal. Now you want to add water to each one of these. I like to add warm water because the cold water, it's like a shock to your skin. So you start off with a little bit of water and you start mixing it in. And you can see right now, you can see the bentonite clay. You can see it getting a little bit lumpier, and as you add more water, it gets lumpier and lumpier. A little bit messy, but not too much. And you just continue to add water and stir. This will probably be too much for just your face. This will be a good amount for your face and also your hair and body. Okay, so that's about good right there. The consistency, you can see it's almost like mud and it's very thick. It's not even coming off. Okay, so for our next one is going to be our kaling clay. Add a little bit of water onto here. This is more of a smooth type feel on your skin. You can see so I put too much water in. So what happens when you put too much water into your mix? Well, you have to add more clay. And you always want to use a clean spoon. You don't want to use a wet spoon when you put the kaolin clay, when you put your spoon back into the jar, okay? So you just add a little bit more and continue to stir, and it's still kind of too thin. I added too much. It's a good example. So you want to wipe this off and you want to add in a little bit more kaolin clay because it's just so thin. So lesson learned, don't put too much water into your kaolin clay. So can you see the difference between the bentonite clay and the kaolin clay? Yeah. So now we move on to the charcoal mineral mask. This one has the kaolin clay and charcoal and the bentonite clay mixed together. So this one is going to give you a consistency of both of these, of the kaolin clay and the bentonite clay put together. So I continue to add water. So that bentonite clay is really going to soak up the water, okay? And you have your mask. Okay, so you see the different texture in this one. It's a mix between the very stiff bentonite clay and the very smooth and silky kaolin clay. That's your 3 different types of clays. That's how you mix them up. Not too complicated. So I like to start off with the water, and then you can then start adding apple cider vinegar. You can add different oils, essential oils, whatever you can think of, whatever you research and whatever is going on with your skin to make this the best face mask or body mask for your particular body. Okay, water is always good. So our next step is to apply it to our skin. Okay, so we just finished mixing each one of these clays with water. And you can use different things like apple cider vinegar, you can use honey, you can squeeze a little bit of lime in here because you know lime helps get rid of dark spots on your skin too. It's like a natural whitener or bleaching agent. You can use different things in here. I like to stick with the basics, which is water. Bentonite clay, remember, it's just thick. This one is gonna pull out so much from your skin. This is gonna be, I don't wanna say harshest, but it's going to be the one that is the thickest when you apply it to your skin. So as you see, I'm applying just a little by little onto your skin. You can do a very thick coat or you can do a light coat. A lighter coat is if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to get ready and get going. Our next one is going to be our kaolin clay. And what I'm showing you guys is how it spreads on your skin to see the differences on how it spreads, because you might not want a thick one, you might not want a soupy one, okay? This one is a lot, look at that, you can almost paint with it, okay? So I'm just gonna apply it to this side. And if you use cold water to mix it, your skin is gonna feel very, it's gonna be like a shock to your skin. So you wanna use warm water to apply, to mix the different clays to your skin, okay? So I'm just applying a thin layer. And as you see, I'm not using a lot, so maybe just 1 spoonful of each one if you just want to use it for your face is good enough, okay? But that's that. Now we're going on to my favorite, which is the charcoal mineral mask. Okay, so again, this is mixed with activated charcoal, bentonite clay, and kaolin clay. So you have best of the both worlds, of the 3 worlds. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little bit on. And as I sit here, you can see how each one of these is gonna dry. I'm just gonna do a thin layer because I want it to dry quickly. Let's do a time lapse. Screw that. I thought I could sit here for about 15 minutes, but I can't. So one tip that I forgot to mention was you should probably put on the antibacterial facial cleanser, the oil cleansing method, on your face prior to putting these on. So you can kill all the germs on your face, then put one of these clays on your face and let it dry like I'm doing right now. So the drying experience, I have a mirror right here, so I'm looking at it. So the drying experience, you can probably see it just by looking. The bentonite clay, that one dried, like you can feel your skin just pulling. You know, it feels like that's the strongest pull out of all three of these clays, is the bentonite clay on its own. And then you have the charcoal clay. This one, you can feel it on your skin. You can feel it pulling on your skin, cleaning out the impurities from your pores and so forth. Now the kaolin clay is this one dried the fastest. And like I told you in previously, that it's almost like chalk. You can see it dusting off like chalk, and now it's all over my shirt. But you can see it dry. It dries very quickly and it's very light. You can barely notice. It's on your face, you can tell, but it's not like the bentonite clay, and it's definitely not like the charcoal mineral mask. So how do you get this stuff off? Great question. Glad you asked. All you have to do is add water. So you warm water and you just start going on your face like so. So 15 minutes was all it took for the bentonite clay to dry. The next one was the charcoal mineral. That took about 10 minutes to dry. And this one, the kaolin clay, that took about maybe 6 or 7 minutes to dry. So as you're wiping this off your face, you want to make sure that you're still massaging your face, because technically you're cleaning your face now. Okay? Okay, so just like that, it's off your face with just a little bit of water. Pat dry your face. The best time to rinse off all of the clay off your skin is when you get in the shower. You can do it at your sink basin, but I prefer to do it in the shower because it's just so much easier. You just put it on, you put the water on your skin and you just dry it off. Okay, so after that, I highly recommend for you to use one of our toners. This is just our pure toner. It works really well, witch hazel and aloe vera. And just be really cognizant on the type of witch hazel that you use on your skin, because sometimes it can be cut with alcohol. Ours is 100% pure witch hazel. Okay. Okay. So now that we have all the excess oil and dirt off of our skin, if it's nighttime, then we're going to use our nighttime facial serum that has vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin E inside of it. Also some other things like vegetable glycerin, which acts as a humectant to your skin, which attracts moisture to your face while you sleep, which is great. Or you do our Normalizing Face Oil. This is going to be our daytime facial moisturizer. So if you did this in the morning and you're about to get ready for work, you just washed it off, you put some toner on your skin. You want to make sure your skin is damp. My skin started to dry a little bit, but I'm going to make sure that my skin is damp. You give it one good shake. Put it in the palm of your hand, and you start off with the driest part of your face, which is my chin, and then you just spread it around your skin. And if you notice that your skin may feel or look a little bit too much like there's oil on it, then just pat dry your skin. That's it. But oil is essential because these are going to pull everything out of your skin. It's just going to leave your skin very dry. So other than that, that's how you use the face mask. Which one do I prefer? I prefer the charcoal mineral face mask, just because it's not as powerful as the bentonite clay. It doesn't feel like it's sucking everything out of my skin, but it still is. The bentonite clay is very powerful, so if you like to feel that pull and you like to feel like it's doing something to your skin, go ahead and use the bentonite clay. If you have sensitive skin, try our kaolin clay. All right? So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.